Well, good morning. I'm in, you guessed it, Tuskegee National Forest. And I'm about to set up here for Parks on the Air activation. But this morning, I decided that I wanted to use something just a little bit different. Recently, I was browsing on eBay, which is a very dangerous thing to do. That's my weak spot. I can scroll right through QRZ. I can scroll right through the used section on HRO and MTC radio. But man, if I get on eBay, whew, I have too much fun on eBay. Anyway, I was scrolling on eBay and I found a good deal, to me anyway, on a Alex loop, magnetic loop antenna. Now, I had never tried a magloop antenna before, so I've been fascinated with the idea, but not really enough so to really pull the trigger on buying one and trying it. So I finally ran across a deal that looked good on eBay, bought one, and I have so far used it one time in the last month or so that I've had it. I actually used it with the ICOM 705, and it did all right. It was pretty poor band conditions the morning that I activated with it, but it did okay. So today I have packed it up, and this bag right here is the bag that comes with this particular model of the Alex loop. Now, this is an older model, but this bag comes with it, and it's got the antenna in there. And I also have my mountain topper, MTR 4B. Then I've got my Bamatech BaMaKeY TP3, all the associated cables, and I've got my Goal Zero. Is that what that brand's called? I don't remember. I got my battery with me, so everything's here in this bag, and man, I like that. It's just kind of like a little briefcase. Yeah, that's pretty light, convenient, and I feel like this is a very good stealthy setup. I feel like the magloop antenna is a great way to keep your setup very self-contained. It might be somewhat noticeable, but it's all within a pretty small footprint. So like, I'm gonna set up here this morning, and it will sit on this picnic table on a small tripod, and it has no ground radials. It doesn't have anything I have to stick in the ground. Everything will be isolated just to what's sitting on top of the picnic table. So I think that's pretty cool option, especially if you're in more of a city park type of area where there's going to be a lot more foot traffic and folks around you. That'd be a cool option. But anyway, let's see, is it a good option for CW activating? Does it perform well? Let's check it out from that aspect. All right, set up. Take everything out here. Last time I activated at this table, there was a lot of fire ants. I've seen a few so far. Hopefully there won't be as many. All right, so I'm going to use this tripod. This is my Gable tripod, but I have a different, instead of like the little mount for an actual antenna mount that comes with it, I've got this, which is like an extension pole that came off of Amazon for, I think it's more of just a generic extension pole for these types of tripods, and it fits just fine. And so I'm going to put the antenna on that, and it'll work well. Alright, so the Alex loop has got coax already attached, so that's another convenient thing. I don't have to bring a feed line for this. Kind of nice. Alright, let's make sure I put this together correctly. So this is the center section. this is the bottom section. Okay. Then we've got the actual loop, which is, I think it's just LMR 400. Yeah, I think it's just LMR 400 coax. Okay. Move this for just a second. There. Okay, now screw it on here. And here. Okay. Let's try to kind of form it into a circle. Good. Wrap it up. Slide it over. All right. That's it. The antenna's set up. I think I could get really fast at that, given a few times of doing it. It didn't take very long. It's only the second time I've ever done it. Alright, so I've got my MTR 4B, good old trusty companion here. Use this speaker. This battery. Grab a couple things out of here. That. And of course the CW key. That's it. Actually, this back in the bag. All right, that's that. So let's see, 6 minutes and 30 seconds I've been recording this section of the video, so that's pretty quick. Alright, I'm going to use 30 meters this morning. Yeah, so there you have it. Radio setup, antenna setup. Even with the fact that this is only the second time I've ever set up this antenna, I think, man, this setup would be under 5 minutes after you get used to it. Easy. Yeah, 3 or 4 minutes probably. So, man, very fast. All right, let's take a look at it. So here is the Alex Loop. It is just sitting on that gable tripod. It's got this capacitor at the bottom where tuning is done. The capacitor has a knob, and you just turn that knob until you hear the loudest noise, and then check SWR and kind of fine tune it from there. Just very, very gentle turns of that knob until you get the SWR you're looking for. So that is the MTR-4B, speaker and battery and key. Everything I need for activating. So let's get on the air, see how we can do this morning with this setup. All right, so this next part, kind of hard to get a good angle for, so I've got the radio right here, and then I'm going to tune real quick for 30 meters, so I don't hear anything on this frequency, so let's just go ahead and start turning till we hear louder noise. That speaker's all the way up. So there's the loudest noise. So the one thing you gotta remember is a magloop's quiet, and so is the mountain topper. So loudest noise doesn't mean loud, right? Just hear a slight increase. Now let's check the SWR. So I'm at 6. So now I'm gonna fine tune. Whoa, perfect. That's a 1.0 to 1. Perfect. Don't touch it from there. That took 1 minute. Wasn't very hard to tune. All right, let's get on the air. And I'm gonna put this spot in after calling QRL a couple times. Okay, I don't hear anything. Let's see how we do. Good morning, nice signal. 579, Indiana. Alright, good morning, Spencer. Gotcha. Got a sheriff's truck pulled up, watching me. Interesting, talking about stealth here, we'll see. Alright, so 6 in the log so far. Sheriff's truck's still there watching me, but I don't apparently I don't appear to be that interesting. W1. .39 in Connecticut. Get you, Mr. Dave. Let me turn this loop a little bit. He's to the east. I'm facing this the wrong way for him. Nope. All right, I guess I lost you. WH. Alright, so I'm at 9 contacts so far. Signal report's kind of not bad. And for running QRP, they're not any worse than I normally see with other antennas. I have no clue what band conditions are this morning. I haven't even looked. Ooh, I can just barely hear you down there. So I just rotated the antenna a little bit because this magloop is slightly, not slightly, it is a directional antenna in the sense that signal comes off of both sides of it, if I'm not mistaken. So I've rotated a little bit a couple times. Sorry for the truck noise. So I've rotated a couple times between north and south and east and west, and now I've kind of got it, halfway between. Alright, got somebody calling on top of my now, so apparently I am not facing their direction. It's okay, I've got 10 contacts here anyway, so let me note my frequency down. And I am going to QSY. I'm gonna change bands. We're gonna go to 20 meters. And I'm gonna turn this towards me so that I can see it a little bit better. Now I've got it going kind of east to see west. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, so let's go up to around 14.0. Yeah, let's say 6.1 to begin with, and then I'll go from there. Well, my spot's in the wrong park. Did I do that? There we go. Yeah, my spot was in the wrong part. Not sure what was up there. Oh well, it's been corrected. Alright, so 14.061. Let's do this for loudest noise again. Let's use the view of my jacket. I heard it back there. Heard a little bit of noise. And this mountaintop is so quiet as it is. There it is. Okay. That's a barely noticeable difference. 1.5, let's see if I can get to 1.0. Oh. There we go. 1.3. .1 to 1. There we go. I mean, you hear people say these antennas are fiddly. It's not that bad to me. I mean, yeah, the thing is that the knob is extremely sensitive. So it doesn't take but like a tiny little nudge and you've completely changed the resonant frequency. So you just have to be really, really gentle on that knob. You don't just sit there and spin it wildly looking for your frequency. The speaker's all the way up already. There we go. See if RBN spots me here. I expect that it will. Yep, already has. apparently my setup here passed the not interesting test to the sheriff deputy, because eventually left. Texas. Gotcha. Wisconsin. Nice. Thank you for the contact this morning. Letting the guys on Discord know that I'm on the Parks on the Air Discord. Morning again, thank you. All right, let's do true east-west here. Point this thing right at the sun. Oop. Yeah, I gotcha. should rotate. I think he should be north-south. Ah. Alright, got manual in there. Okay, that puts me at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's 20. Let's turn this north-south for a minute. Just see what difference it makes. I don't know that it really makes that big of a difference. I can't really tell if it does or not. All right, I'm gonna call it right there. All right, Mr. Dave. Thank you for sneaking one in there at the end, Mr. Dave. I'm gonna call it right there. I think that's 22 contacts in about 41 minutes on the air. So all in all, I would say that's pretty good, right? I mean, that's like a contact every 2 minutes or a little bit better. That's pretty solid for any QRP activation. As far as I can tell, I feel like the Alex loop on 30 and 20 meters anyway. I don't know about 40 because I don't think I've tried 40 meters yet. I'm not 100% sure if I did on my first activation with it or not. But on 30 and 20, I feel like it works as good as most portable verticals do. Probably not quite as good, maybe a few decibels down from a like full-size wire antenna, but I mean that's to be expected with any portable antenna, right? That's not a full-size wire antenna because those are rather portable, but require a lot more work to put up. So man, for the convenience, how quick and easy it is to tune, and quick and easy it is to put up and take down, I'm gonna say I like the magloop. I think it's a solid option, especially if you want something that can be completely isolated to a picnic table top with no radials and no fooling around, just set up, operate, and do your thing. I'm a fan. I think it's a good option. But all right, well, I'm gonna call it there and get on with the rest of what I've got to get done today. I hope you've enjoyed watching this activation video, and I hope that it's been useful, either CW copy practice, entertainment, or information about antennas. Who knows? Whatever you watch this for, I hope you enjoyed it. And 73 from W4ARB here in Tuskegee National Forest. I'll catch you in the next activation video.